How's it going, YouTube? Today we have a match between Red Hybrid and BlackWarGreymon. So BlackWarGreymon will hatch Koromon, Digivolve into the promo Agumon, and then set the new tamer Kamiya. Red Hybrid will hatch into Yoko, play the BT12 Flamon to discard a hybrid and draw 2 cards. Digivolve into the BT4 Flamon in the back. And then play the new tamer Takuya from BT12. So both of the new tamers set out now. Passing back over to BlackWarGreymon. We're going to see the Agumon promoted. Digivolve into the BT5 Greymon, gaining 1 memory back. Digivolving into the Alteris mode. Has a tamer, so it will delete. Gains 1 memory off the Digivolution because of the Kamiya. Then digivolves into the BlackWarGreymon to pop the Takuya. So we're just going to see another Takuya played out. And turns past. Hatching into Koromon. Swings security. Hits the BT7 Takuya. Then digivolves into BlackWarGreymon, gaining 1 memory back to maintain turn. Plays the Kamiya for a cost of 2. We're going to see the Flamon promoted, correcting the memory for the memory tamer. Alright, swings in with the Flamon. 1 check, and it's Agu. On deletion, draw 1 from the Yoko, as long as you have a tamer. Trying to figure out how to get over that wall of a BlackWarGreymon. So we're going to see Flamon come down. Be able to discard a hybrid and draw 2. And then digivolving into Burning Gray for 3 to pass turn. Trying to get a little bit of cycle. Next, anybody a slot under. Plus 1k and blocker, and then we see the Hades Force come down, which will clear the board. Swinging in and hitting another Takuya straight out. Reboot and back over to Red Hybrid. So we see Yokomon hatched. Digivolved into the BT12 Flamon. Slotting 5 underneath in order to digivolve into the new Emperor Greymon. Deleting the BlackWarGreymon stack. No protection in that stack this time. But we did have to pass turn over there. Digivolving into Agumon from BT5 and then Greymon X. Swinging in for 3 checks with Emperor, hitting X antibody. So 1 memory back. And just playing out Takuya to pass turn. Promotes the Greymon X. Plus 1k and blocker from Kamiya. Slots under X antibody. See him moving the stack down. Digivolving into the BT12 Metal Greymon. So it now has Raid and Piercing. It's gonna Digivolve into the Metal Greymon X. So we're going to swing over, and it does have Piercing. Doing all the on deletions, so gaining back 1 Takuya. And doing the checks, 2 Burning Greymons in security. And then Digivolving into BlackWarGreymon X to pass the turn. And it does have Reboot. So he does have 1 deletion prevention with the 2 Metal Greymons and the Greymon X in the stack. So we're going to see the Flamemon promoted. Going to Digivolve into Burning Greymon. And then into Aldemon. So that's a total of plus 8k right now. Actually plus 10k. With all of the inheritables and the Wind Digivolving. And then Digivolving into Marsmon and swinging over and raiding in with a 20k Marsmon. Directly into the BlackWarGreymon stack. I think it was either 20 or 22k at the time. Let me count it up. So that was plus 2 from Digivolving Burning Gray, plus 4 from Digivolving into the Alda, and then plus 2k from inheritables. So yeah, huge. Showing that he didn't have a comeback from that, so we're gonna move on to game number 2. Raid is an interesting mechanic, but they have to actually leave everything unsuspended. It looks like a pretty bricked up hand from BlackWarGrey, just hard playing the Greymon there. See Yoko Digivolved into Flamemon, and then the BT12 Takuya played out, and then a Flamemon played out searching top 4 for a hybrid or Takuya. So I like this Flamemon because it searches deeper, but it only gets 1 hit. The other one searches 3 and has a chance to get 2. So we see the Greymon X antibody from BT11. Slot under the X antibody. Digivolve into Alteris mode. He does not have a tamer, so he doesn't get the deletion when Digivolving. And then into BlackWarGrey. Debating on what he's going to delete here. He opts to delete the Takuya. Promoting the Flamemon here. Digivolving into Burning Gray. So it's 8k right now with the Wind Digivolving. Playing Atomic Inferno and swinging in for 2 checks. Hitting the Hades Force, which has to delete the highest, so it's going to delete the Burning Greymon. And with the Flamemon inheritable, we get to play a Takuya. Swing in with Flamemon, it dies, and we get to draw 1 from the Yokomon. Just passing, because at this point I think it was all level 5s in hand. So we see the EX1 Greymon Digivolved in the back, Greymon X antibody from BT9, setting up a nice second stack. So we see the BlackWarGreymon X hitting in to a Burning Greymon, then Digivolving into BlackWarGrey and unsuspending for the reboot. hatching into Yokomon. And just hard playing a Burning Greymon. If I remember correctly, I was also not seeing a single Agunimon. So I had the Warp Alda in hand, 2 of them actually, but I couldn't do anything with it because I had no Agunimons either. So we see Cool Boy coming down, grabbing the X Anybody option. Swinging in with the BlackWarGrey, hitting into a Flamemon. Playing out the, actually 2 copies of the new Tai Kamiya. So now plus 2k and blocker. And they'll be able to do that at the beginning of each turn. So we see Flamemon Digivolved into the back. Digivolving into Aldemon for 3. No Tamer in the sources. And then warping up into the Blitzing Emperor for a cost of 4. Letting him know how big it is, swinging in for 2 checks. He lets those checks go through. And back over, so we will see the Greymon X promoted here. So he's gonna swing over the Emperor. And no Takuya's in hand to play out. So he's going to play the Greymon, and now he has 2 blockers, 1 on each from each tie. The unsuspension causes a deletion at start of turn from the BlackWarGrey because he has the X Antibody underneath it. Playing down the Flamemon to pass the turn because at this point we're finally seeing the first of our Agunimons. Giving each one of them blocker again. Digivolving into the Metal Gray X. So it gets security attack +1, but not the +3k. Slotting under X Antibody. Swinging in for 2 checks. Swinging in with the Greymon. And then swinging in for game. Alright, so on to game 3 now. Hatching into the Yokomon. And Digivolving into Flamemon. Playing Bokomon to search the top 5. Can grab a Tamer and Hybrid, but we only see the hybrids, so we'll grab that Agunimon and pass turn over. Hatching the Koromon, Digivolving into the Promo Agumon, then playing the BT12 Agumon to search top 4, No ties, but he can grab a Greymon. He'll grab the Metal Greymon X from BT9. Playing out the 2-cost Tai Kamiya to turn over as little memory as possible. That is the one tech card, and it's fairly good because you give everything blocker now. So we'll see a Greymon Digivolved into the BT7 Burning Greymon to delete the Agumon, passing back over 1 memory. Just hard playing the Metal Greymon. Looks like he has a pretty bricked up hand, missing all his level 4s. But if the deck can get up into Black War and stabilize, it's pretty good against Red Hybrid. Playing the BT7 Flamemon, searching top 4. Able to grab a Takuya or a Hybrid. We're going to opt for the BT7 Takuya. And then Digivolving into Aldemon for 3. And then into a Gunimon for 2 in order to pass turnover. So he does have a raid at this point, but we'll see how this plays out. Digivolving Agu X, able to grab the Omnimon or Greymon. Opts for Greymon X Antibody. Digivolving into the Metal Greymon X. Swinging in. 2 checks. And then Digivolving into BlackWarGreymon. And he will pop the Bokomon. And then restanding because he did see a deletion. So we are going to see Atomic Inferno played down, and then Digivolved into the Marsmon, this time just to get him big enough and over the threshold to actually beat down onto that Black War Gray. Digivolving into the Promo Agumon in the back. And as I mentioned, Marsmon is my 1-tech card specifically against the Greymon matchups, because they can prevent the deletion from Emperor, but they can't prevent battle deletion. So we see the EX01 Greymon Digivolved in the back. And then into Greymon X Antibody from BT9. Swinging in with the Agu X so I don't get my raid. Letting him know it lived because it just hit a Tamer. If Marsmon sticks on the board and you're able to raid in, you get +1 memory for every red Tamer in play, and he does unsuspend. So that is one reason why I include. He's just a one-of in the deck, but definitely something I've enjoyed tinkering around with. So we will see Metal Greymon Digivolved into the back. Digivolving into the BT6 Flamemon in the back. Swinging over with the Marsmon. Playing Atomic Inferno on the Agunimon and swinging in for 2 checks. Dies on the first check. So would allow us to play a Flamemon, but either we didn't have any or we didn't want to facilitate raids, so we do get to play the Takuya out from the inheritable of the BT7 Flamemon. And we're going to Digivolve for 1 into the Burning Greymon to pass turn. We're going to see the Greymon stat come out. Slotting under X antibody. Swinging over and raiding in. Still technically triggering all the effects. So raid triggered, the EX1 triggered, and then digivolving with the X antibody. So now it actually has piercing. So this is technically when the damage would have gone through. Checking a Takuya, and then a Burning Greymon. Digivolving into BlackWarGreymon X to pass turn. Suspending to gain 1 memory, and then the reboot will delete the stack there. So playing out another Takuya from hand. Promoting the Flamemon here. And there's a lot Red Hybrid could do from this point, but if I remember correctly, my hand was not looking great. I think I had the Blitz Emperors again, and not the actual new Emperor that I needed. And with the protection he has on there, we're just going to go ahead and swing in. 1 check, draw. And then play down a Flamemon, pitching to draw 2, and there was the actual Emperor we needed. So always at the last second, it seems. Gonna play a Gravity Crush here to see if we can actually do any last ditch effort. So Digivolve into the Burning Greymon, leaving it at 10k. And warping up in, but he's able to prevent the deletion, as I mentioned, due to the Greymon X inheritable. That's the BT9, so he actually had 2 levels of protection here. Hatching Koromon and finishing out the game. So here is my Red Hybrid list and Stefan's BlackWarGreymon list. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and until next time, I'll see you on the digital plane, playing the Digimon card game.